what you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. You don't like it
hey.
after the song that I turned the button sound back on?
I don't know what you
Because
up to.
you think that there's going to be some button pressing?
I don't know what you're up to, Kirk. You always got some tricks.
I don't have any tricks.
You got all the tricks.
I have no tricks.
Man, you know what?
I'm more of a Crave guy these days.
No, you got
Fruity
tricks.
Pebbles.
Mm-mm.
No
Tricks.
tricks.
Crave is disgusting.
Why?
I can look at it and tell how it tastes.
It's a beautiful cereal, and it's got chocolate in the middle, but you got to eat it real fast because it gets soggy. It's like Captain Crunch, but less sweet with chocolate in the middle.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
don't know.
good.
It looks so crazy. Like I like the cinnamon toast crunch, but that gets soggy fast too. So you have to hurry up and eat it.
Uh-huh.
But I need something that's gonna turn the milk a different flavor because I don't like plain white milk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's the worst thing I've ever had before.
Plain milk.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you could taste that it came from something that it wasn't supposed to come from.
A cow.
Yeah.
You got something
Excuse me.
against the cows?
No, I don't. But have you ever had like milk that hasn't?
Raw milk?
Yeah.
No.
You've never had raw milk before?
No,
It'll change your mind on drinking milk.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because you can taste.
The cow?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you could taste
So
the pus and like all that.
All this stuff?
Mhm.
The grossness
Yeah.
that they get out of it?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So disgusting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big cereal person. I've never really been a big cereal person. Even growing up, it was like I do the toaster strudels,
Mm-hmm.
but the cereal was like I never cared for cereal.
Okay.
So my parents used to buy us the instant oatmeal packets
Mhm.
because I didn't care for the cereal.
Right.
But the instant oatmeal, I would only do the brown sugar ones. I didn't like any of the other flavors
And
either.
it comes with like apple cinnamon,
peach.
maple,
I
brown
don't,
sugar.
I don't want no dried little apple pieces in my oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no.
Dehydrated apple.
Mm-hmm. So I just would do the brown sugar. So I guess I've been a picky eater
Mm-hmm.
since I was a kid. No.
Nothing's changed.
No. You know what is frustrating for me?
What?
And I wish I could go back to being younger. You know, having bigger titties is difficult. Girls have it hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you get it.
Mhm.
Like, I think guys have equivalents in some way as far as growing up and bodies changing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You guys start growing hair everywhere, like things
Yeah,
like that.
I got ear hair now. Like, and it's like on the back of my ears, on the little tiny nub, like next to the ear hole, inside the thing. It's like now I don't like dealing with the hair in the first place. And I think some hair on the top of my head's starting to come back. Even I think I hit the stage where I lost the hair and now I'm getting it back. It's really weird. But yeah, there's bodily changes as you age. Sure.
Yeah, I got titties, and I didn't have titties for a lot of years.
Mm-hmm.
Not until I was like in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm in my 30s, they've gotten bigger, and like, I used to be able to go outside with no bra on. Maybe I thought I was getting away with it, and I really wasn't, but I felt
We know. we can tell.
yeah, guys can tell when girls don't have panties on either.
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy. You just looking at girls' panty lines.
Mm-hmm. The VPL.
Yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah, now I'm like, man, if I don't have a bra on, I gotta put a hoodie on. I gotta like do all these things so that and hope that you don't notice that I don't have a bra on.
Right.
Cause my chest too big and I can't deal with it. I hate it. Bras are more expensive. It's just a hassle.
Yeah.
Girls have it hard, and guys don't understand that.
Yeah. There's some things I know that I had a conversation with a guy at one point, and it was he was talking. He found out that I was an only child, and he was like, "What's that like?" I was like, "I don't know." It's like one of those things that are like indescribable because it's
Right.
what you know. So if it's something,
I'm living with you now. I can explain it to him.
how's that? He doesn't like to. He has his things, and those are his, and he's particular.
Yeah, like today, for example, at breakfast, they give you a spoon with your coffee, and I like a spoon with my over easy eggs because how you supposed to get them out with a fork?
You stab them, scoop them.
This is hard to do with a fork. It's way easier to eat the yolk
Who
with a
eats
spoon.
eggs with a spoon?
Cause how you eat the yolk without a spoon? So I see Kirk don't add sugar to his coffee.
Right.
He might add a little cream, but it's no need for him to really stir. So I look over there after I'm struggling to eat these eggs with a fork this morning, and I see he got a spoon. So I take the spoon,
Right.
and he said, "Why are you taking my
I
spoon?"
said, "Why are you taking my spoon?" Yeah.
Because I don't have
because
one.
I'm looking at the stuff that's on your plate, and I was like, "She doesn't need a spoon in the first place."
I need it for the eggs.
What? But you don't.
Yes,
That's
I do.
a weird thing to do.
I don't think so. And so you're like, "That's my spoon." So fucking what? You're not using it? Like, he's like, "I don't take other
Totally.
people."
But it was my spoon,
It's-
and then you took
okay.
it away from me.
So what? I didn't have a spoon. You have a spoon you're not using. That means it's my spoon now. I think that's what that means. And you're like, "No, I don't take things that other people have, and I don't want people to take my things."
If I
I'm
didn't
like,
have a
"What?"
spoon and I saw that you had a spoon, I'd say, "Hey, lady, can I have a spoon too?"
If I'm not using it,
Right.
I would just give you the spoon. I didn't grow up that way. I grew up with you don't have stuff. Because your favorite thing will be broke tomorrow.
Right.
So it's no point of being attached to it. Like you don't have stuff. Everything is community.
Right.
Like you play with that toy, you set it down, and your little brother will be playing with it a second later. And you can get like, I don't know. My parents were pretty
There had to have been one thing that was.
there were
yours.
things. Well, we all had different personalities. We all liked different things, so it was not much overlap. Juan was younger. We didn't play with he liked cards and video games, so we didn't. It was no real overlap. For me, I got the brain teaser games and the Bop It games and the books and the board games and the puzzles and things like that. Nobody wanted to play with that stuff, so nobody played with my toys because they thought they were probably a little nerdy toys.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I never had anybody to play with my toys because it's like we don't want to like play Quidditch, like this Harry Potter game,
Right.
and they don't actually fly. After you watching the movies, like you gotta fly them around yourself. We don't want to play that. So like it was no overlap, but at the same time, like yeah, it's no attachment. You get attached to things.
Yeah.
You're like that's mine. Not in a relationship, Kirk. That's ours. We share now.
Okay, we share the spoon.
You don't think that's funny?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of the hairs on your ears
Oh, and my nose.
and your nose and everywhere,
Uh-huh.
we could have gotten that taken care of
I
when we
know.
went downtown to the waxing place.
Right.
You were scared to go in.
No, I wasn't scared to go in. So, we were in a neighborhood or like I guess you could call it a neighborhood.
Yeah,
A section
it's-
of the city called
it's
the
a-
Short North.
Yes, a little downtown section of the city.
Yeah. And they got like neat little shops and stuff, and they got a really cool looking White Castle over there.
Right.
Yeah, we kind of got to check that out. So
Yeah, cool little miscellaneous shopping and food and like little stores, and they got a record store down there that Kirk really likes.
yeah, and so the record store didn't open for like an hour, but we were already out, so we're like, well, just go down there. You hadn't been there yet. It was a nice day. We'll walk around, and then you see this it's called beeswax. Is that what
I
it was
think
called?
so, yeah.
And it was a waxing place.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, ooh, gonna get a wax. You got your eyebrows waxed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't look as good after you wake up.
And then I was standing outside, and then you said, "Hey, Kirk, I'm gonna go in there and get my eyebrows done." And I said, "Okay." And
No,
then-
I was sitting there and like it's a whole process. Like they treat this thing like a doctor's office. They're like, okay, do you have an appointment? No. Do you have any customers? The fuck?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. You ain't got no customers.
yeah.
So she was like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do my eyebrows. And she was like, all right, fill out this. I had to fill out this long information, and you have to answer their own questions if you have any skin issues, if you taking this medicine, and like, like if you go to the Chinese waxing shops, they don't ask you no questions.
Right.
They say, you want wax? Sit down. That's it. But this place, I was already a little skeptical because it's a little white girl at the front desk, and then a lady came back. She was a black girl. I'm like, God damn, I need to. Where's the Chinese ladies? Because they know how to do this shit the right way.
Okay.
But we do all that, and then I step out and I say, Kirk, come in and sit down because I'm gonna get it
See, I didn't
waxed.
hear
I said,
that.
come in here. I'm going back there to get my eyebrows done. And you said, okay. And then he just stood outside.
Because what I heard
So-
was, I'm gonna get my eyebrows done.
I said,
I
come
didn't.
in here.
I didn't hear anything about coming in there.
So he just stood outside.
Yeah. I don't know
And
how
I-
long it's gonna take. I imagine they just go paste, rip, and then you're done.
No, it's
Yeah.
long. Like they have to brush them up and trim them.
That's
and
crazy.
I don't get. Then they have to use the tweezers too to get the small little hairs they miss.
So you were in there a long time.
I was only in there for maybe
They had
15.
they had a lot of stuff to do. You'd say.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't had them done in like a year.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, but my eyebrows are gorgeous. So
Mm-hmm.
it's never like too much. You just clean them up. I don't get them arched. I clean them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kirk didn't come in. He just stood outside
Yeah,
on the
stood
street. And I'm just like, well, maybe he don't want to come in here and sit in here in this girl place. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I thought.
Right.
And you could have got your nose wax, your ears wax, all of that stuff.
All
You
the
could have
wax.
got your balls wax. Like they do butt crack wax. They do everything.
Uh-huh.
One day we should just go and just pay $100 and see what it gets.
No,
us.
I don't want
Just get
to.
all type of stuff
What can I get
waxed.
for 100?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get. Well, you get your whole thing, your whole situation done. Anything you want for $100.
I don't know about that.
Well, I paid 20 for eyebrows.
You see, I don't know if it was a jackass or must have been whenever they take Bam's dad to get waxed.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was
Oh my
funny.
god, that's just painful and like not necessary at all. Like people wax certain parts for specific reasons. Like if you're gonna wax your butt crack or something like that, it's probably long hairs that's irritating you, and you're like, oh, I had to get this out of here. This bothers me, or something, or it could be other reasons, whatever the reason is. But, like a guy waxing underneath his arms, why are you doing that? There's no need to do that. Like, so
But once you do it, then you kind of have to. Then they come back, and you're like, "Oh man, how nice and freeing!" That's the point where the ignorance is bliss. You know, where like, man, I
it's
feel
nice
so
until
nice
it
not
start
to.
growing back.
It feels
and then
really
it's-
nice not to have this armpit hair, and then it starts to come back, and,
And
you're
it
like,
hurts.
wow, it was really nice not to have that armpit hair. Maybe I'll just do it again, and then it becomes your habit.
Well, you saw after I got my eyebrows done, you said your faces are red. Imagine that in another area of your body. It's irritation.
Yeah.
So no, like that's not. Don't even start that hack. Like girls that like to wax their mustache off. Why you doing that? It's gonna come back. Now you got to keep waxing it.
Right.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come back thicker.
But they don't want it there in the first place.
I know, but girl, every girl got hair on her face. Just deal with it. Unless you got alopecia, every girl got hair on her face. It's only an issue when it started getting dark and people could see it. then I urge you to do. Don't look at me
What?
because I'm not walking around here with no thick ass mustache. At that point, then I urge you to like, okay, do something. If you don't feel sexy if you're a girl walking around with a fucking mustache.
You don't think so?
I mean, I don't think the
I'm
average
sure.
female do.
I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Oh, there is absolutely.
Mustache.
Yeah, I look tough. It's
Yeah.
like, girl, don't no boy want to be with no girl with a mustache? Not no heterosexual guy.
I don't know.
You think so?
I imagine somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many people in the world that's got to be a thing for somebody.
How many girls do you see walking around with fucking full mustaches?
Not that many.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you do, you're gonna be like, what's that?
Yeah.
So
No, I know what it is. I'm not gonna say what is that.
you're gonna be wondering why she walking around like that. Like we always go back to the soul food lady.
Right.
She just said, I'm just gonna live my truth.
This is it. I got this mustache. Those are cards I was dealt, and I'm playing the game.
And like I remember being in there one time, and it was like a 8-year-old boy in there, and he was like, "Dad, she got a mustache." And the whole soul food place is like, they didn't know what to say. It was just like a gasp from everybody, like, oh my god! And like
But,
she
like-
didn't respond, and I'm just like, the dad was just like, "Shut up! Don't say that." Oh my god!
That's not the thing you say.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't you have something you did when you were younger that you wasn't supposed to say?
There's a smoker lady, and she had a really raspy voice, and I asked her if she was a man,
Oh my god!
just because her voice was really
Deep
Deep.
and raspy.
yeah. But you're a kid, and you don't.
Kids, man, when they
You know,
when
you
they
don't
had
know.
that show, kids say the darndest things. It's so true. Like kids will bust out and say some shit to you, and it's just like, oh my god, like I want to fight this child right now.
Right.
I've heard kids say the randomest stuff, and it's like, oh my god, they're bad as hell.
Yeah. But are they? They're just being a kid.
No,
You
why
don't-
you don't say those things?
I know, but you don't know that it's not like a good thing to say or a bad thing to say.
Meanwhile, your parents just looking embarrassed.
Like,
Like,
oh,
oh no,
Yeah.
that guy in the soul food place. He's like, oh no,
Yeah, what do I do?
no, I gotta go. Now I gotta go through this line and look at this lady and get food from her.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So we are planning to eat some good food on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Do you have anything specific? Like my mom always asks you, she's like, what does Kirk have specific that he wants to eat for Thanksgiving? I'm like, the regular Thanksgiving food. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what is he gonna say? Like,
I told her
make me some green bean casserole. Like, what the
I said to you I should have said something because I said I'm a stuffing guy, because stuffing is like a thing. You can eat turkey like anytime. You have a turkey sandwich or whatever, but like stuffing, that's like a Thanksgiving thing, and that's
And she puts turkey legs and all that in her stuffing. This is gonna be a black fat Thanksgiving with the butters and the turkey legs and all the gross stuff.
all the gross stuff.
All the stuff that kills you.
And so I was like, what if I told her like I really like
Carrots.
yeah carrots or like like something like weird, like we're I like a good poblano pepper
She don't know what those are.
stuffed. Yeah, exactly. What if I said like something weird like that?
You'll get off the phone. She'd be like, "What's poblano peppers?" That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, like Thanksgiving.
They
is-
do sell though that the local
Of course
grocery
they do.
stores.
Yeah.
No one ever buys them. They're always full. Like, that's how you know that they sell them, because whenever you go through the produce area, it's just a full bin of poblano peppers,
Right.
because people don't know what they are and what to do with them. That's pretty funny. We should have. I was gonna do stuffed poblano peppers for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, I have to get some ground sausage and stuff them with. Season up some ground sausage, stuff them with that, with some cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she want me to do something. She's like, do something cool for Thanksgiving, something we never tried before. But it's like, you have to do something that go with Thanksgiving. It's like, you're going to have Thanksgiving and then, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what else I'm supposed to make?
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken. Like, you know what I mean? It's silly.
Right.
So, I'm not going to put much thought into it.
What?
No. If anything, right before we get there, I'll tell Latrice I'll give Latrice my little list and have her go pick it up for me before we get there.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm excited about Thanksgiving because my mom has my grandma recipes. I can't do Thanksgiving the way my mom can. She got the old secrets that's been handed down. And I follow cooking rules for the most part, and she does not. She's like, no, just put this much of this in there. Just what it is. Like, I can't work like this.
But you do that with
things that
heating.
I'm comfortable with.
Heating food.
Yeah.
You willy-nilly heat.
What you mean?
Because, so you made us some steaks the other night, and you cook them like 3 times?
No, I only cooked them one time, and then I leave the pot. The pot is still hot. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. But I have a whole ritual that I do. I have to go outside and smoke first before I eat. So, like, I'll rest the steaks, and then I'll keep the pan a little bit hot. So all I do is put them in there and just make sure they're hot on both sides, and that's it. And I cooked you a perfect steak. And don't say my steak was overcooked, because no, it was not. I looked at your steak, and your steak was perfect medium. I actually thought it might have been a little under medium. And you're gonna say this steak wasn't cooked right.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said this
a little overdone.
but it was not overdone. It was medium to mid rare, and mine was mid rare. So I know yours wasn't.
Okay.
Oh my God, you drive me crazy.
I'm just saying, when I would make something like that for myself, that's not the way that I would do it.
But I'm not making it for myself. I'm making it for you too.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I need to go smoke before I eat.
I know.
Then the food's gonna get cold.
I know. That's your willy-nilly heating. So maybe if you didn't take the step, I would have been like, oh, it's great.
Kirk, it was still great. Like, I'm working at this steakhouse right now, and I get steaks from there and bring them home, and because they give us a pretty good discount on fillets and ribeyes, and super cheap. And you could also get like the sides with it and all that stuff too if you want it. So I'll bring steaks home all the time. And yeah, you're welcome. You like, Kirk don't understand. So I buy you the steak. I bring it home. I cook it for you, and then you complain.
No, I'm not complaining. I
don't want to hear shit. That's so funny. So we went to we've been trying a bunch of different places since we got here. We're trying to find our spots that we like, our nice restaurants. Like, we came from a place that had all these different restaurants and places to try and go, and different things to taste.
Now we're kind of like in a chain.
Yeah, it's a lot of chain stuff, and there ain't no fresh seafood around, and it's kind of a little depressing. But we've been trying to find a couple of spots that we can be like, these are our spots. And this one spot is this Mexican breakfast place. I mean, the place to sell huevos rancheros.
Right.
And all the other cool stuff, chilaquiles that we talked about.
Yeah.
And what the waiter say to us?
We were there, and we ordered our food, and he said, "Where are you guys from?" Like, he said, "Where are you guys from?" And,
here we go.
Like, we moved here
because we are not from one place. So that's already an
you
odd
and
question.
I aren't from one place,
right? So now there's already more than one answer. Now it's getting a little too personal with the waiter.
Right?
It's already.
And then, like, how do you say? So I said we moved here from Maine, and he said I was getting kind of a East Coast vibe from you guys. I was like, okay, but
I don't think we give off an East Coast vibe.
I don't think so either.
I got a little fire inside of me, and I don't know. I don't get no vibe from what state you could have come from. You come off as somebody who's lived in multiple places and picked up multiple things from different places versus one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you said that we need to figure out where we're from. We need to have an answer.
Yeah, because this has happened multiple times.
Clearly, we're not from here, and people know. So they're like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And I was like,
"Oh no,
no, it just came
I'm from
Maine.
Here. He from. We don't know where he from." And then we came together here, and then now we end up here.
We met in California on Catalina, and then we moved to Maine, and then now we're here. Like what? That even just that.
It's too much.
The meeting on the island, moving to Maine, and then now here.
Yeah,
that's too much
for a lot of people.
Yeah,
because a lot of people don't move around like that.
Wait, you were on the West Coast. Well, actually, we were on the East Coast of the West Coast because where we lived faced east. We're on the East Coast of California.
Well, I also get a lot of people who say, "Where's Catalina Island?" Like, damn, girl.
Yeah, it's outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're like, what country is that in? This one?
Right. Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Maine, and then you're like, why do you go all the way up there? You know?
Yeah. See, I'm more specific. If you ask me, where are you from? I'm going to say, I'm from Detroit. I was born and raised in Detroit. You ask Kirk, he's like, one time we asked Kirk where he was from. We was all, like, having a little powwow together, us and a few people on the island, and they asked you where you were from. I think we were at dinner or something, right? Where were we? I can't remember where we were.
We're just sitting in the smoke area.
They asked you where
we're
you
just
were
on the
from.
benches.
And his answer was so long that everybody forgot why we even asked him that. It was a whole point to like what we were talking about. But it took Kirk so long to figure out where he was from that we didn't even want to have a conversation no more. It's like, well, it's like, oh my God.
Right.
And nobody cares no more because you don't know where you're from.
Yeah. The way to kill the vibes, Kirk.
Oh, yeah, you killed the vibes.
Yeah.
It's like, well, actually, I'm from. It's like, all right, you need to figure out where you from, and then we need to figure out where we from.
Yeah.
We could just say, oh, we from California?
You could, but
we're not.
Yeah, you don't want to be a poser, right?
What do you tell people?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Like, I feel like people from California, like, people I've met that's, like, natives to California, like, they got their own little swag, like, you feel me? And, like, the little words and stuff they say. And then, so, like, that's definitely not where I fit in. I say more Detroit stuff for sure. I'll say, like, little words like that, I'll say. I don't say dinner mug.
Dinner mug.
Yeah, but like Detroit got its own like little language. So if you from Detroit and you hear me say certain stuff, you're gonna know like, oh, she from this place.
Yeah. When you start talking to somebody from there, you say, "What up, though?"
Yeah,
that's the worst.
What up?
And you answer the phone and you say, "What up, though?" Like that. Like that I would think that's like, you know, what's up though, you know, like, hey, I got this, and then that's like the second thing that you say, you know, but that's the greeting.
The start.
Yeah.
What up though?
Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't even think about it. That's just how we talk. That's super funny. You don't like that?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, Detroit has its own slang. It's like, well, I think it's like we were looking at that video
of the Maryland people.
Yeah.
Baltimore. He's like, you.
Yeah, they say like year,
year.
It's like, why are you saying it like that? What? I don't even know what part of the letter there you like.
Year. Yeah, they say their O's weird.
Earn.
Yeah, is that the same guy? The same?
No, all of them
area?
talk like that.
Is that the same area though?
Yeah, the same area.
Yeah, these guys, they say with somebody from Baltimore say this, and it was Aaron earned and
ironed earn. Yeah.
And the guy goes up there and he's like,
earn.
And the other guy is listening to him and he's like, that's
good.
Yeah. One guy's like, no, say it again. He's like, earn.
It's all earn. It's like Aaron earned an iron urn. He was like, let me see. Earn.
So stupid.
It's stupid, but like I know people from there, and then I watch a lot of people who are celebrities from there, like Lil Mo. You hear Lil Mo on a Breakfast Club? That's exactly how she talks. Like that's just they got that weird like. I wonder where that comes from.
I don't know. It's like they got like something in their mouth.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like nobody want that. Like if you stuck, you like branded with that one. It's like, oh my, you must be from Maryland, from Baltimore.
Yeah, that's funny.
Isn't that silly? So we just watched this movie last night. What's the name of that movie?
Which one was it?
Fall?
Fall? It's called Fall.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
So silly.
Yeah, it was a.
It's an older movie?
No, it's fairly new.
That's horrible.
So don't give it out any spoilers.
I won't give out no spoilers.
But it was. Would you? As much as you want to say that it's silly, totally a phones down. Phones down. It had our attention the whole time. So it's about these two girls that climb this tower.
Yeah, I was trying to have background
and then
noise
you turned
on,
it off. The movie won you over, Carmen, because it was pretty intense. Whenever they're like climbing up the thing, you like felt like you're like, oh no, like what's going on? They're so scared up there. So they climb up to the thing, and it's like the fourth like tallest like structure in the United States. Not a true total work of fiction, And
yeah, but I mean,
it was decommissioned and it's all rusty.
Right.
So like whenever they climb, and they just climb a ladder the whole time.
Right.
And previous in the movie, like one of the girls' husband fell in a rock climbing accident, and this was to give her confidence back to climb up this other thing. And they climb a ladder up the whole way, and there's like rungs like falling out, and like, you keep seeing these shaky bolts. Like, if there was
they
like
climb up 2,000 feet in the air.
If there was a drinking game with that movie, it would be like shaking bolt. You got to take a sip every time. Shaking bolt. Yeah, good. But yeah, you like it? You like Fall?
I think that the fact that Black people always get killed off in the movie first is racist, because no, we ain't about to be in those situations in the first fucking place. Absolutely not. Like, why would you? And that's what I was telling you. I was like, why would you ever climb up to some shit like that?
That's what people do.
People do it. I know people do it. But why, like, you don't supposed to be up there in the first place. Well, now, why would you climb your ass all the way up there and then get stuck at the top of the thing? The ladder then fell off. Now you're just sitting there looking dumb. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you hear stories about people who do these high climbs all the time. And what is going through these people's head?
Right. They are
They adrenaline junkies.
Yeah, they're
or something.
seeking out the thrill.
There gotta be something in your body that, like, you get.
Yeah. Whenever we did the Doctor Doom at Universal Studios, you got a little thrill in you.
I didn't like it though.
Is it? I don't know. So it's one of those ones that bring you up and then they drop you straight down. And you got a little excitement out of that.
I didn't like that.
The
one that was it the one that they made the lady get off of? Oh my God, so embarrassing. You know how embarrassing that is?
Yeah.
This lady, she get on the ride and they couldn't buckle her seat. And then it's like, we can't buckle you, you got to get off.
Yeah.
And her husband stayed there.
Yeah. It's like, that's never happened before.
Yes, it has. You're lying.
Maybe this was their first time back in the years previous.
Well, I would say, like, because where were we? Universal? I will say that putting a seat out there with straps for people of a certain size to try before they go up there is a bit degrading. Sit in the fat seat and see if you fit.
Go in there, fatty. See if it'll work. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just as degrading as being tall enough to ride the ride. I mean, it's probably more degrading than being tall enough to ride the ride. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's
Right.
a better way to do it. Just look at the person and be like, mm-mm.
No, but what if you turning people away that could?
I know, but it's just like that lady. They was in the other line. We was in the fast pass line. They were in the line. They probably waited 3 hours to get on that ride,
Maybe.
and she couldn't get in the seat.
Right.
I was like, damn, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that ride scared me.
Mm-hmm.
With no warning, it just shot up in the air.
Right.
It's like, oh man, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But I do it because you like it.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're phones down.
Sure.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
The best.
It was cheesy.
Uh-huh.
It was cute, cheesy. There's a lot going on.
I
The whole movie.
I kept because I know one time you don't typically watch movies with me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do your own thing. You like to watch you like doing this motion and watching those little shorts on your phone.
And I like the challenge and stuff, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
watch that.
But one time there was this movie. It was on YouTube called The Sand.
Mm-hmm.
It's about these people that have like a party on the beach.
Yeah. And I had heard about The Sand before we watched it because somebody brought it up. Like, remember that? You ever see that movie, The Sand? Like, people were like joking about like how stupid it was.
Right. And basically, while they're having this party at night, they wake up and during the night, a meteor had come down and released an alien that lives in the sand. And anytime you touch the sand, it'll come out and eat you. And we actually sat down and watched the whole movie. And that is one of the best movie viewing experiences I had ever had.
It was so silly. It was a fat guy stuck in a trash can.
Yeah, he was stuck in a barrel like a.
For so long, his skin was bleeding, and like it was like, what? Who came up with this?
And
shit?
he was just stuck in there, and then the thing wanted to eat like the barrel. His blood, he was bleeding because the barrel was cutting his. It was a rusty barrel, and it was cutting it, and then blood
It's
went
like,
down.
and then he
then
got
the
in a
alien.
barrel being drunk, I believe.
Right.
Like, how you end up in a barrel? First he was drunk. They was having a party, a beach party.
And then they keep saying it too. They're like, "I'm in a barrel." It's so dumb.
Yeah, it was a silly movie.
Yeah, sometimes movies like The Fall, where it's about these two girls that climb up, and then the video of the shaking bolts. Like, I just loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Super silly to watch.
Yeah, it is super.
It's not
silly.
important, It's just something dumb you can just think about something else with. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That's good. All right, is that the end of this?
That's the end.
All right, thank you guys for listening and watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.